Welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Rollison, also known as T-Roll. And tonight, I'm joined by my very good friends. First of all, we have Justin Sandoval, a.k.a. Sandy. We also have Anthony Amato, who we like to call Shamato. And, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big, major announcement. If you've been paying attention the last few weeks, we've had a special guest on our show a few times. It's been a trial period, one might say, having our friend Jordan Moseley come on the pod for a couple spot starts.
Ooh, yeah.
But tonight, officially, the fourth member of the Royal Geek Podcast, our friend Jordan Moseley, officially joining the podcast tonight. Jordan, how are you doing?
I'm doing so good. I made it through the trial period, through all of the hazing, the prepping. I'm here. I'm finally here.
Yeah.
It's your big moment, man.
This is it.
What the audience doesn't know is that we sat him in front of a TV and he watched Lord of the Rings on repeat for 24 straight hours.
The extended cut.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened. That's his initiation. So
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you, Jordan. Excited to have another member of the pod. And in light of this being your first official podcast, you've been here before, but now you're an official knighted member. We're going to knight you tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Figuratively, of course.
Night's the night.
We are going to do
that's for sweat, by the way. Yeah.
We're going to do, yeah, that's right. We're going to do an official welcome to the pod with a Jordan-themed episode.
Wow.
It's all about me, baby.
Wait, I thought it was Michael Jordan. I was like,
No.
okay.
No.
One of the greats.
The better Jordan
Oh.
Moseley. Here we go. We're going to be doing a bracket of Jordan's top 16 things that this is the Royal Geek Podcast after all that he geeks out over. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a disclaimer. Not everything on this list is. There are going to be some surprising things here. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a fun podcast, but don't think that it's just about movies and TV shows. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And why would it not be a bracket, right? Have you guys
That's right.
thought of us as anything else?
We have been in a bracket season lately.
Why not,
and
right?
It's been fun. So, but before we get into Jordan's bracket, do want to thank all of our listeners. Thank you for tuning in. We want to remind you to please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening and to follow us on social media at Royal Geek Pod. And be sure to be listening and checking out all of our content as we have a lot of things cooking. I think it's next week where Peacemaker comes out.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
And we got the critic drop, which was 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Which who uses Rotten Tomatoes anyways?
get excited.
Can't wait. But that's next week. This week, tonight, we have, like I said, a special bracket. So, Jordan, why don't you give us? I'm gonna go through the bracket,
Okay.
and we're gonna vote on these things. Should we just the three of us without Jordan vote? Because this is his stuff. I think it'd probably be more fun if the three of us
Okay,
voted. Right?
We're voting for
We're
sure.
not gonna give him a vote at all.
I don't think so. No. He just
I
gets to-
fully
He
expected.
can commentate on it.
Of course.
Okay, I fully expected to just make this bracket and then y'all just tear me apart
Destroy it.
Yeah.
for the next hour.
That's good. I'm glad you came in with some realistic expectations.
I put my heart out there.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to be hurt.
Love
Okay,
it.
so typical format, as we always do, it's a 1 through 16 bracket, March Madness style, the 1 seed playing the 16 seed, so on and so forth. So let's, without further ado, get into it. The number 1 seed on Jordan's Geek Out bracket is not a movie, it's not a TV show, it's not a book or a comic book. It's a sporting event.
Ooh,
Okay.
let's go.
It's a very unique sport, very entertaining sport. It is the Ultimate Fighting Championship,
Hey.
UFC.
UFC.
Nice.
Wow.
And then so that's the number 1 seed.
Okay.
And the number 16 seed is a very we'll call it an activity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hunting. Our boy is a hunter.
Ha.
All right.
Hunting.
So what do we like better, guys? Hunting or the UFC?
The question is
What kind of blood sport do you like?
do you like to hunt UFC fighters? That is the question.
Yes.
These are both just my most macho traits. Like when I'm just wanting to feel like a man,
Yeah.
I go to these.
I'm looking at your other things, and I think that's true.
I believe it.
So for me personally, UFC, man, back in the day, I was all about that. Ken Shamrock, Royce Gracie, like it was electrifying. It was still kind of like startup kind of for the most part, right? And it was so much fun to watch, man. Like they went back and forth, like they had like at least 3 amazing fights that were I vividly remember, and yeah, that was always fun. But now the problem for me is that it didn't hold for me. It became too, I don't know, too overplayed. I think at the time when it was back then, it was like, oh dude, this is like skilled fighter versus skilled fighter. Now it's just brawl on brawl, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool.
I think they essentially gave themselves too many matches a year.
Yeah,
Kind of how it it kind of feels
oversaturated.
Like it's always around the corner, so you never get to be like, okay, you never get the time to look forward to one or bask in a great one.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I feel like the situation that happens with the UFC a lot because it always seems like there's one right around the corner, and if there is one,
yeah.
Well, admittedly, I stopped watching a while ago. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. Like when I was in high school, I was following it very closely.
Yeah.
But I think to that point, Shimano, it's like there used to be like 5 weight classes.
Yeah.
And they added a bunch. Then they added the whole women's side of it too. So there really is just a lot. But at the end of the day, it's way cooler than hunting.
I've never personally hunted, so I love the opportunity,
Shimano?
but I don't know.
I mean, I've never hunted.
Yeah, me either. So I mean, like, I don't.
The only thing I'll say is, I mean, shooting a gun is super fun.
It is
like,
fun.
Just,
it is fun. Yeah, I'll tell you
that.
that.
That's
true.
That is super fun. Like, but I've never actually, tried to shoot it at anything, living.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I think it's a UFC unanimous here.
Yeah, I think UFC is going to move on. So shout out to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Let's keep moving here. The 8 versus the 9 seed. All right, so this should be a pretty even matchup.
For your
First
fandom.
up, what's that?
For his fandom.
For his fandom, that's right. First up, the 8 seed, we're going to have him explain this. It just says favorite TV shows.
Okay, just TV in general, right?
Yeah, I just like TV.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Okay.
I like it.
Not much explanation there.
Just television.
What more do you need? I
Do
like.
you have
ideas.
a specific genre that
No,
like?
well, hold on. I think before you answer that, I will need more because it's going up against the 9 seed,
Oh no.
Star Wars.
Okay.
So I think for especially the 3 of us to choose between Star Wars or just all of television, we might need a little more on what favorite TV shows you have.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have
Give
a
us,
list.
like,
you have a list
3
of 3 or 4 shows that you love.
I've got a few. Probably one of my favorites is Peaky Blinders.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's newer. Yeah.
I think that's a big one.
That's like UFC.
a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting.
is. A whole lot of.
Or is it more like hunting?
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
it's good.
A lot
Ozarks.
of people you can't tell what
Ozarks.
they're saying.
That's true too.
Oh yeah.
Ozarks, man. I love Ozarks, man.
And then Game of Thrones. I think.
Yeah.
That would be like maybe not in order, but that's probably top 3.
Okay. And on the Star Wars side of things, tell us what you love about Star Wars. Like maybe some of your favorite, movies or shows or comic books, whatever. Like what do you love about Star Wars?
Yeah, I think for me it's when you look at it, it's the whole like good versus evil. Like I just like it's laid out so perfectly throughout, no matter what you watch of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I would say probably favorite movie would be Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Nice.
And then probably show would be Andor.
It's gotta be.
Mandalorian, but like both of those are kind of neck and neck.
Okay. Man, dude. No, I'm glad that you said Andor is the favorite show because I mean
We love it here.
we absolutely love it
do.
here. Yeah, we had fun reviewing it. We had fun breaking down those episodes and just having our minds blown over and over again. It's fantastic. And yeah, I think you're right. The light side, dark side battle, the good and evil, the pull, the chosen one storyline, only to be not the chosen one, and it ended up being his heirs. It's crazy. I love it, dude. The absolute capture of joy of your childhood that Star Wars has that pull on. But TV shows also mind-opening, man. There's so many good shows out there, and I think Shimado, like he's broken down the best. Like completing a really good show it might be like one of the worst feelings ever because of that seeking, that yearning for what's next. Like it's so good too though.
There is a moment of satisfaction followed by a huge moment of loss and emptiness after you finish a great show, because it's like you're saying goodbye to like all these characters, and you also just don't know what's the next step.
Yeah.
You know, when you finish a great TV show.
And sometimes like you don't even want a next step, you know, because
Yeah.
like how many times have we seen something like that just be played out too far?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, or like, you know, there are times like, I mean, you mentioned Game of Thrones, which is notoriously, you know,
Really great ending.
Yes, notorious with like just a great ending, and you're just like, you feel like characters just like you almost don't want to see them again because you were like they got done dirty,
Yeah.
you know, like from what seems like not their own fault most of the time. But yeah, it's crazy just thinking about how that can be, and especially because of the fact of like one thing that's interesting between a TV show and like a movie, or all of Star Wars does have kind of like that longevity pull. But like a movie, it's just like one moment of time. You watch it, it's 2 or 3 hours of your life, you know, and you're essentially, you may think about it, you may go back and watch it a whole bunch of times. But a TV show has this like pull to it, where it's like every year. Like it could be, it marks such an era of your life. It could be your entire high school career, or your entire high school life was based around, like, could be told around like a show.
It's true.
You know, and how
Wow.
it affected you in that time period. Sometimes longer than that. Like you can have a show. You have a show that you've been watching your whole life. You know, it could be something like The Simpsons if you've stuck with that like as long as we've existed, essentially.
Wow,
That was beautiful.
I'm like getting teary eyed over here, man. Like, I guess I just need to ask you, like, do you know where you're voting here? In light of all that, despite all that, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like TV shows can have a certain type of a pull, but I just feel like I feel like I know what lane Star Wars is always going to be in, essentially. So I think I'll go with Star Wars.
Okay,
Nice,
fair
nice.
enough. Justin?
I am gonna have to go Star Wars as well. Yeah, it's hard to beat that. It's a juggernaut.
No, for sure. I think for simplicity, I'll vote Star Wars because it's just way more.
It's a very nebulous subject to just say TV.
Yes. So,
Just wait till the next one.
yeah, that's right. Speaking of nebulous subjects,
Breathing.
yeah,
Welcome to the podcast, Jordan.
food. The number 5 versus the number 12 seed. The number 5 seed is audiobooks.
Hey,
Nice.
let's go.
So that's the 5 seed, and then it's going up against the 12 seed. This is just 90s nostalgia.
Yeah.
So Jordan, this will be fun. Give us some background on both of these things for you.
Okay, so let's start with 90s nostalgia.
Okay, the underdog.
The
12 seed.
underdog. I want I want to give this the due, I guess
it its
the time
flowers.
due. Exactly.
Mhm.
So it's so hard to describe nostalgia because like sometimes you just don't know it until you see it,
Mm.
and then
Yeah.
it just hits somewhere deep in your brain. But to me, I think of just all the things of my childhood, whether it's the broad category of TV shows,
Right.
right? Watching TV before going to school in the morning. I think about snacks, 90s snacks, things that a lot of them have come back. You look at
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos is on my list.
Yes.
They got like Dunkaroos. I've got Shark Bites, the gummies. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Warheads are still around.
Yeah, amen to that.
I remember when those came out. To like drinks, like Surge, it's
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
Reappearance in years past.
It needs to reappear, dude.
It does. You remember Sobe?
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, the Life Waters.
Oh,
Yes.
Listen, if you want to get somebody in a uproar, talk to Jana about Sobe, dude. That was her drink, and then just for it to just disappear off the
disappear.
face of the earth.
Yeah, I remember picking
What
up
about
like
like
a Sobe.
Fruitopia? How do you feel about that?
Fruitopia is on my
Okay.
list.
Okay.
Just like me and the guys at the middle school lunchroom table buying a Fruitopia and just having like a chugging contest. Like, just it's hard to beat that. And then books. I think through like Goosebumps. Like I remember buying, The Haunted Mask. Like I remember the bookstore I bought it in. I remember like just like the feel of the cover with the like the raised bumps on it.
Yeah.
Just like, and then past that, like on toys, like I'm a Ninja Turtle guy, Power Rangers guy, but like things that were specific to like the '90s, like Nickelodeon GAC. It was like the
Yes.
goo,
Yeah.
or Pogs. Like, I mean, no one really. I mean, I didn't know how to play Pogs.
Yeah.
But just if you see Pogs and you see a slammer,
Wow, that
like,
is a
they just look '90s.
blast from the
Yeah.
past right there,
I
man.
know.
Creepy crawlers. Like,
Ooh.
remember, it was the boys' version of the Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I think that side of it for me is the '90s nostalgia.
Game Boy
side.
Color.
Game Boy Color.
Woo,
I
come on.
mean, you remember all of the attachments that you could put on a
Yes.
Game Boy?
Dude, the little light.
Yeah.
It was like assembling a rifle, dude. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The Game Boy for me was the I had the ice blue Zelda version one that like came as a pack. I got
Yeah.
that one year for Christmas.
Kids will never understand today that when the when the sun went down, you could not play your Game Boy
Right.
anymore
Yeah,
unless
back in the
you
car like you were
exactly
done.
in the on drives on long drives. Yeah, you could not. Dad, can you turn on the overhead light? No, I'm gonna crash. What are you talking about? Like,
All right, so talk to us about audiobooks.
So that's more of I guess a recent thing I've gotten into. So for years I did like a for work and stuff. I did like a personal development plan of like I want to read this many books a year, and I went year after year after year of like having the goal of like 12, and I wouldn't do any, or I may do one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, the easiest way for me to kind of get into books was audiobooks. A lot better at listening to like a long form like podcast. Maybe one with 3 people on it, with now 4th person. I like podcasts like that.
Okay.
If you know any good ones. But this was my way into books. Like
Yes.
my wife is a reader. It's something that we can now kind of have like a shared love of. So yeah, audiobooks. So now I have a commute to work, so it gives me something.
Crushing them.
Yeah, I mean it's go 1.7 speed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your speed?
Yeah, 1.7. I've creeped up there. It was like 1.2, 1.5, and now 1.7.
Building it, man.
Yeah,
You're
building it.
strong.
So like it's that part to me. I've gotten into a lot of series that I always wanted to read, but I didn't ever have the time to like put to it.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right.
And okay, so audiobooks is a thing that I've recently got into as well. Ever since I made the transition in careers a couple years ago, I'm at home on a computer, not talking to anybody, so I've been able to crush some audiobooks. And I know just Jordan and I personally not on the podcast right now, but in real life, we've shared our love for the Red Rising series.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic by Pierce Brown. It was honestly life-changing, absolutely life-changing series. And then something that Shimano can relate to as well, but Project Hail Mary is a phenomenal
Oh,
audiobook.
yes.
It's going to be a movie next year that we will cover here on the World Geek Podcast. But it is an absolute incredible sci-fi book that is probably better audio version, because that's what the forums say out there. That's what I mean. I didn't actually read the actual physical pages, but the audiobook is just an absolute like dramatization, like theatrical performance. It was so good.
I think it helps you with like the comedic timing
Yeah.
of it all. I
Yeah.
think it works a little better if it's like being told to you comedic timing wise, rather than you having to read it on the page.
Right.
Because for some people it could be your reading doesn't necessarily time up with the comedic timing of like the jokes and things like that. So there is that. So I'm actually relatively new to the audiobook world as well. I found out ways to legally, I will say legally, listen to
Big part.
to free audiobooks, and that has really, like, over the last year and a half, it really has changed mine. I actually do. I have a goal of 24 books this year,
Okay,
and I'm almost there.
that's
Sweet.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like at like 21.
I don't know how you guys do
You need
this.
to add Red Rising to your freaking repertoire, man. Come on.
I mean, I know I gotta like look into that, but I just haven't gotten on to like actually getting into that one yet. But yeah, so like it has been a game changer being able to do that, because I like to read, and I love consuming it and like learning, and like it helps you just like understand the way I see any type of media like that. Like the more you do it, the more you understand everything else that you read or watch.
Yep.
Because like even if you only catch like one reference from one thing from here, there, wherever it might be, it adds so much extra spice to something. And then so your point on nostalgia, nostalgia is such a weird nebulous subject as well, because nostalgia even if you're the same age, like you literally have like, you know, what you grew up in the same household, but like nostalgia for you doesn't necessarily mean nostalgia for your
Yep.
sibling.
Yep.
Like,
true.
you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, a couple years here, you know, even like something catches you, somebody else doesn't catch on. You know, being the same age and like the difference between one thing that I've always found is the difference between someone who I never had cable growing up, but then like people that are the same age who had cable, it's a different nostalgia is different for me than it is for someone who had cable growing up their whole life.
Yeah.
So it does create like these situations where like nostalgia for one is not nostalgia for the
The
other.
nostalgia for people with cable and being able to watch shows, like that was their thing, right? But your nostalgia for you was like seeing rabbit ears on your TV. Like that's your nostalgia, that kind of thing.
Being the remote.
Yeah, Mom.
Being the remote, yeah.
Tells you to go change the channel. There you go.
That's good. All right, it's time to vote. What are you guys voting for?
Audiobooks.
Okay, Shamato?
Let's see. This is a really tough one for me.
I can make it really.
Yeah. I'll go audiobooks.
Okay, I was gonna say I can make it really tough for you. I was gonna vote for nostalgia. So
There you go.
there you go. So audiobooks does move on. The 5 seed moves on to the next round. Moving forward, the 4 seed versus the 13 seed. The 4 seed is Camping with the Boys.
Ooh.
With the
I do
boys
think I
has
know
to be
where
has to be
one
on
of
there.
us will vote in that, that one.
Yeah, especially
Depends.
because
You don't know the next one, yeah.
the 13 seed is Atlanta United,
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, wow.
which for those who don't know is a currently struggling MLS soccer club, Major League Soccer club.
I don't know. They might lose that M soon.
That we are also fans of here on the Royal Geek Podcast. We all happen to live in the Southeast, in the great state of Georgia.
Yeah.
So we're some big Atlanta United fans. There may be some season ticket holders represented even in this podcast.
For the time being.
For the time being. And maybe some former season ticket holders. Anyways, Jordan, talk to us about Atlanta United and Camping with the Boys.
So we'll go Atlanta United first. So I was a founding member 2017. It was really my introduction into soccer. I grew up more of a football person, but my younger brother massively into soccer.
Okay.
So
yeah.
for me, that was a great way to kind of like interact with him more as an adult.
Yeah.
So it was for years since 2017 until last year when we gave up our season tickets. It was me and my 2 brothers. We'd go to probably 90% of the games. So there's like it just holds a certain place in my heart. Being there 2018 when they won MLS Cup, just it's awesome. And the early years of it, obviously, were better than where they are now. As a club on the field, but then also front office wise, we won't get into all that. But
Yeah, we won't bore the listeners with all
Yeah.
that stuff.
we may be watching a terrible Atlanta United.
There may be a
going
game on
right
in the
now.
background right now. Who knows? Yeah.
So yeah, and then Camping with the Boys, much like where Atlanta United was a bridge for me, like to spend time with my brothers. I've had, for the most part, the same group of like guy friends since I was in, I'd say high school. The core group of people, and as you get older, I think all of y'all understand this. Like as men and husbands, like the time you get to spend with, the boys, whoever that is to you, is less and less. So for me, we go, we started with some local, Georgia camping trips, things like that. And then now probably every other year, every 3 years, we do like a big camping trip. So we'll go to like Grand Tetons. I'm not so much a fan of the hiking side. I would love to say I am. I want to be. It's like those people that want to be runners. I want to be a hiker, not for me. They're all hikers. But like we'll go hike to some really cool places. We've been to Yosemite. We went to Banff National Park up in Canada. And then obviously it's more than just like the national parks when it comes to that. It's like it's no responsibility for days. It's going to every trip we find a steakhouse on the last night, big steaks, have a nice cold beverage. I mean, it's awesome.
Nice. Well, when you put it that way, it has a little bit of a fighting chance, I think. You talked about Atlanta United's decline and the quality that they're putting on the field, but definitely Atlanta United. T-Roll and I were there at the 2018 championship game. It was a wonderful experience.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, I still think about it to this day. It's fantastic.
It was a great night.
Yeah. Oh man, the pregame in the Gulch and so much fun.
The tailgate was pretty interesting.
Pouring down rain. Yeah. So
actually, it kind of was like camping a little bit.
It a little bit. Yeah.
Camping feel out there
under bridges. No.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it was sloppy out.
It was. Yeah. It was
lot, dude.
for sure.
Crazy.
For sure. But
R.I.P. to the Gulch.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right? Camping with the boys, man. I've only ever done it twice in my lifetime, and I don't think I did it to the quality of that you're talking about. And so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there, Jordan. Like, if you ever want to invite me on a camping trip, I'll go with you one time.
Okay.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one go.
Like,
Everybody gets one.
Yeah. Everybody gets one. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want the boys experience for
Wants
for
the
camping.
steak on the last night. Is what he's saying.
yeah.
Sloppy steaks with the boys.
That's right. There you go. But the way you described it, it sounds like something that I should have experienced in my life, and I don't think I appropriately did. So it's gonna be a tough one for me to pick right now. But Shimada, what are you feeling?
Let's see. So for me, like I was very digging in. I am the least soccer fan at this table. Like I would say, and it would also be the truth. Honestly, like I paid attention during like the World Cups when they came up, but like, and I was aware there was MLS, and I like sort of knew like, that there were, like kind of like a relative idea about it. But it wasn't until Atlanta United existed that I paid attention a little bit more. And the more we did the podcast, it became more of like a, I don't definitely say my fandom has grown since Atlanta United has existed, and also since the podcast was around. So there is that, and I don't have a ton of experience camping as well. Although I will say, like the times that I've been camping, like have been with friends, and it is a lot of fun. Like it is a very, I don't know. There's something nice about the simple nature of it. I will say we don't go. The times that I've been, it hasn't been like the full bare bones. Like there were bathrooms, like we were like literally just really really roughing it. But there was some it was a lot of fun, just making stuff over a campfire, and we made our own food and things like that while doing that, and just kind of hung out. And it was nice to do things without potential distractions of the TV or other parts of life kind of intruding. Like the late nights around a fire. Or there's something nice about having conversations late night around a fire.
Yep.
That are just unique. And so I'm going to go with camping.
All right. Well, then we're going to give Justin the hard decision, because there's no way on God's green earth I was going to go with camping, especially compared to
Atlanta United.
Atlanta United, right. But, Justin, what you got, man?
Ooh, so I'm deciding factor.
You
here,
are.
Huh? If Jordan hadn't eloquently put it, the description that came with the boys, I would have voted Atlanta United, but I am voting camping with the
Camping
boys.
with
Sir,
the boys.
shout out to the boys.
That's right.
So we're halfway through this. I will say it's kind of cool giving our listeners a chance to get to know Jordan a little bit.
Yeah,
Much
absolutely.
more than just, TV shows and movies and all that. But we're going to get back into that a little bit here.
Ooh, let's go.
Because number 3 on his list is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Here we go.
Right.
Okay.
Versus the number 14 seed. This is my favorite one on the whole list. It just says hats. Headwear, hats.
It could also be a hat.
Talk to us, Jordan.
All right. So, I think probably the first pod I was on may have been the Ninja Turtle pod.
I think that's
It
right.
was, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both of these guys bailed on me.
That's right.
It was
Yeah.
just you and
Yep.
me.
And then now look at us.
I know, right?
We're voting for hats, me and
Yeah.
Shimada.
So I think Ninja Turtles has just always played a huge role in my life. The cool thing about it is I'm in my late 30s now, so like the 1987, cartoon, like that's the classic for me.
Yeah.
But there's so many different versions of it. I think Justin and I have talked about it. Like there's so many different generations have their version of what Ninja Turtles are. I think you could say the same thing for like Power Rangers, but
Right.
I haven't seen like a terrible rendition of it. Like there's some that I like a whole lot less.
Right.
But yeah, I mean the comics, The Last Ronin,
Ooh, yeah.
video games,
Mhm.
like all of that. I just love it. And then combining that with hats, I have Ninja Turtle hats. So
I
like,
believe you do.
I mean that's if you get
I'd be
both of
shocked if you
those-
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
Did you
be.
say they're your half shell?
Ooh.
There you go. Yep.
So let's go. Let's dive into the deep topic of hats.
Yes.
I just
I like hats.
I like accessorizing. I probably have like 150 hats.
Amen.
Holy smokes.
Amen
That's a
to
lot
that,
of hats.
It's a
dude.
lot of hats.
Actually, it's you
Okay,
have
so
149 because there's one in my car right now. So
Yeah.
That is true.
Just to throw this out there for the listeners, since they can't see anything, Jordan does have just one head.
yes.
Yeah.
Not 150. Yeah.
Dude,
And it currently has a hat on it.
yeah, it does. In fact, you earlier when you came in, you took it off because I was like, maybe my dog who always barks at you when you come over. It's like maybe like she just doesn't like you with the hat. So I said, take your hat off, and I was like, ugh, put your hat back.
I think I always have a hat on
I
when
don't-
I come over.
Yeah, dude, I
always
don't.
get barked
I never have. It's the first time I've ever seen your whole head. Does your head get warm? Because like I don't have long hair, and sometimes I'm wearing hats. I'm like I can't do it because it's like too warm.
I
you know?
like it. So I am a snob when it comes to like material. So I love a good like hyper cool hat. It's got the
Breathes
venting.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like a melon hat or like a lot of fishing hats. They've got the bubbles in the back. Man, these feel good.
Yeah.
You can get them wet.
I'd love
the
to see
best.
like we're gonna do the pot at your house one time. And I just want to see all the hats.
Deal.
Yeah.
Bring them. Yeah.
All right, it's
Deal.
time to vote,
like a
boys.
MTV Cribs style.
Exactly.
This is where the
My
hat
hats.
happens. Yeah.
All right, we going hats or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me, I think is just. I do love me some hats. Don't get me wrong. I have my own little hat collection going on. Nowhere near 150, but I probably have over 20. But yeah, no. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. You just can't beat the Turtles, man. They Kung Fu and Turtles. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hats. Just feeling it.
Yeah.
I will say this about hats.
Not all of them fit your head.
No, that's very true. I definitely need the L/XL. When you go
Yeah.
see the sizing. But my wife Courtney always gets on me because like I will leave my hat everywhere. Like the amount of times I've misplaced my hat. You go to a restaurant, you're sitting in a booth,
Yeah.
and I take it off sometimes. And if I have to put it on the outside of where I'm sitting on the booth so that I see it when I leave.
Ouch, dude.
Otherwise, I
System.
will.
That's a good system.
Yeah,
to
man.
have.
Yeah. Sounds like something you would do for a toddler.
That's me. When it comes to hats, that's me.
Yeah.
So Shimano, where you going, man?
I mean, so I gotta go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I don't know, like
It's a reasonable vote. It's a
Yeah.
reasonable vote.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan named his fantasy team after the Ninja Turtles. Like, come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, have you ever seen a Teenage Mutant Turtle pizza? I mean, it's
Ooh,
top
yeah.
tier.
Top.
It's
top.
the best.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, next up, the 6 versus the 11 seed. Once again, Jordan, you'll need to give us a little bit of context on the
Okay.
the 6 seed, which is favorite movies, which we'll get into in a second. But just know that the 11 seed, Jordan is quite the outdoorsman, right? Because
Yeah.
we've had camping, we've had hunting. Well, now we've got fly fishing.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
I-
talk-
Is that like when you fish with a hat on?
Yes.
Or
And that's like the secondary best part of fly fishing is the gear.
The gear.
The hats next tier. This looks so good.
Yeah.
So
It's
fly
literally called-
fishing-
That's why it's called fly fishing.
Yeah.
or is it because you're in the air? You like flying in a little aircraft? Like, how
No,
does this
you
work?
use
No, it's because you
flies.
look fly.
Yeah.
I do. I've
For a
got
white
pictures
guy.
I can show
Yeah.
you. I look awesome.
Let's hear it. Let's.
So fly fishing, probably been doing that about 7 years, I'd say. So it's one of those things like as a teenager, I played sports and things like that, and then you get into college, and you get a little older, you get a little out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a golfer, so like I've got friends that like that's something they can do the rest of their lives. So I needed a hobby that was like something that I could just
Stand still and do.
I could stand still and do.
That's good.
So got into fly fishing. I would not say that I'm particularly like great at it, but it's fun. It's
You enjoy it.
I enjoy it. It is, we'll go up to like North Georgia. Like my wife has literally dropped me off in a river and gone into town and shopped while I just stood there.
That's incredible, actually.
Yeah, like I mean, it's so quiet out there, and just peaceful. So I enjoy that part of it. The catching fish part, like that's cool too. But it's really about just being out in nature,
Being
just
alone.
being quiet.
Yeah.
Like I went with my dad and one of my brothers a few months ago, and it was just cool being out there.
When you're fly fishing, you got to be kind of pretty far apart. Like you're not
Oh,
just having
yeah.
conversations, right?
Yep.
It's like you're pretty spread out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my brother had the net and I caught one and I got it reeled in all the way up to me, and he took forever to get over there. By the time he got to me, like it popped off.
Yeah.
I was pretty ticked.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other one
Movies.
was
Favorite movies.
movies. Okay. I think this one. I mean, I definitely don't watch as many movies as y'all.
As them.
as the okay.
I was
as
like,
them.
careful
These
now.
guys.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
I'm more in your category here, bro.
Yeah, I enjoy watching like the same movies over and over. So that's really kind of the category I'm in. A lot of them are like 90s movies. So it plays into that 90s like a nostalgia. So like Hook is one of my favorite movies.
Ooh.
I really like the Mighty Ducks series. I just love those. Like those are ones I'll just put on TV in the background, like while I'm working or doing something, and just let them play. And now I'm getting to the point where I can share movies like that with my kids.
There
So
you
like
go.
that's cool. Or like I'll walk in, like my daughter was watching The Goonies last week, and I walked in and just, like sat down and watched it, and
Yeah.
it was just great. So I would say for movies, the ones I listed were Hook, Mighty Ducks, Heavyweights,
Great movie.
Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Little
movie.
Giants. Shout out.
Ooh, yeah.
Like Sandlot, Big Green, Three Ninjas.
Ooh, yes.
My favorite movie, it's my rainy day movie, is Dan in Real Life. Have any of y'all seen that?
Yes. Yeah.
With Steve Carell.
Yes.
I don't think it's the best movie ever made. The movie I think is like the best ever made would be Shawshank Redemption, but I think my favorite movie is
fair.
Dan in Real Life.
Nice.
It is just a rainy day
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, I love it. It's like indie, got the indie music to it.
Indie feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's time to vote, boys. Fly
Vote me up.
fishing.
Yeah.
Favorite movies.
Things I never expected to be talking about on this podcast is fly fishing. That is
Movies.
yeah, movies. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, fly fishing.
yeah,
I
so,
never thought that either.
I'm voting movies on this one. Sorry.
So simple.
I mean, I think we are figuring out that like Jordan is the most manly out of all of us. Like for
sure.
for what's been put on this
Likes to kill
podcast
things.
already.
Likes to fish. Likes
Is
to camp
also
with
killing
the boys.
things.
Watch people fight.
Likes to watch people kill each other.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Likes
to-
turtles.
Like honestly, like even the camping, like the very ending, go get a big
Big
steak,
steak.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
all that stuff. Like
Without,
but before we know it, like he's gonna usurp
yeah,
everything on this pod.
yeah, become an outdoorsman podcast.
There's a kingdom for that.
Yeah.
There you go. Stay tuned. All right. Well, is it fair to say we're all voting movies here?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say in the movie thing, like, so interesting, like, going back to like the nostalgia idea, like Heavyweights was a movie that I think would fall into nostalgia for like I'm assuming
Oh, yeah.
Justin,
Absolutely.
probably not T-Roll because T-Roll didn't have a childhood.
It's true.
Yeah.
But like for me, I didn't watch Heavyweights until probably like less than 10 years ago.
Oh my.
Once
Wow.
again, because like I said, like I didn't have cable, so like the access to a movie like that. And
Did you also
Heavyweight-
not have a Blockbuster membership?
Okay, you have to remember Heavyweight. Okay, A, yes, but B, you have to remember Heavyweights was kind of buried in the Disney catalog
That's
for a long time. So like it was not a movie that was like out front, and front and center unless you already had access to it in a lot of ways. And it wasn't until about 10 years ago. And I mean, I really enjoy the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
But it wasn't until
it
was
could
less
not
than
be
10
made
years.
today.
No
Like,
way.
hey, like, let's make fun of all these fat kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good though. Okay, so next up, the 7 versus the 10 seed, which is 7 fantasy football forward slash NFL. So just
Okay.
football.
I grouped them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Smart. Smart.
And the 10 seed, promise you didn't see this one coming. A good pedicure.
Whoa.
Oh, well, I guess my whole the
Manly.
Yeah.
Maybe
just
that's
so
like
Real
a
men
shot
get
in the face.
pedicures.
No, this is good. This is good, man. That's good.
Let's hear it, Jordan. Let's hear about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let me paint the picture.
And
So
toes. But yes.
Yes.
And toes. Here I am coming off the river after a day of just hiking in, doing some fly fishing, and just my dogs are barking. You know, my feet been on them all day. I sit down in the massage chair, put in an audiobook, have somebody clean up my feet.
Yeah, you put in that audiobook so
great.
you can't hear them talk.
Yeah,
Talking trash.
they do talk trash.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah.
It's just great.
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, like I mean, I think I've only done it once, but like the one time I did get a pedicure, it was pretty awesome.
Pretty
Not
relaxing.
even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Like-
fall asleep like right there. and like so, once a year we do like daddy-daughter date night with my kids. So we go to like a local restaurant. And they have a whole like princess theme. We've done it every year. And afterwards, I take them to get pedicures. But I really think it's more for me.
Yeah. You're like,
probably
why are we
is.
still going to this? And you're like, you like this?
Yeah.
love pedicures.
Make sure.
Well, talk to us about fantasy football and NFL in general.
So I love football.
Yeah.
I'm a football guy.
I heard you just recently joined a completely normal fantasy football league.
I did. Just with a bunch of normal guys.
It sounds like a
Fantasy
boring.
football with the boys.
Very boring group me.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah. Just wait. The season's not started yet.
So I'm a Falcons fan.
That's tough.
It's a tough life. Grew up kind of, the Falcons weren't. I mean, well, they've never been like great. So I'm Falcons, and then secondary team T-Roll. I'm a Steelers guy.
Hey, man, good for
Hey,
you.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So backup team's always Steelers, and then I'm also a college football fan. So I tend to follow players a whole lot, especially when the Falcons aren't good. It's just easier to follow players. It's like Joe Burrow, my favorite player in the NFL. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, a lot of LSU.
Are you sure you aren't an LSU guy?
Yeah.
I have a
going on there?
secondary fandom to LSU, which you'll hear about. It comes from my father's side of the family, but yeah, NFL fantasy football. I enjoy fantasy football. I've probably been in leagues since I'd say probably college. Some
Nice.
good, some bad. I won one last year, snuck into the playoffs, and just eked out a win. And I've held it over my friends, the boys,
The boys.
The
ever
boys.
since.
Okay.
So yeah, that's me there.
It's good. Well, we're excited to have you in our fantasy football league, man.
I'm
It's gonna
really
be
excited.
a good season. Our draft is pretty close.
Oh man, I
Getting
can taste
excited.
it.
That's
Oh.
right. Boys, how we voting here? Well, actually, I know how I'm voting. I'm assuming I know how you're voting. I'm definitely voting for football and fantasy football at that. Anyone going to go for a good pedicure?
Man, I don't like people touch my feet in the first place. So yeah, I barely walk around without socks on. So I am voting football. I'm football through and through, man.
I mean, anyone who has ever heard any of my rewrites knows that I enjoy pain more than joy. So I'm gonna go with football.
Absolutely.
There you go.
So the NFL / fantasy football moves on, and now the last matchup of the first round, the 2 seed versus the 15 seed. The 2 seed, it is football related once more.
Oh, how about that?
This time it's Georgia football. All right, the Dogs.
Mm.
And then number 15 seed. Again, this is an interesting bracket, Jordan. Spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets. Wow. Shout out Wilkie.
Yeah, shout out Wilkie. Spreadsheets versus Georgia football. Let's hear it.
So
So random.
Yeah, it's
dude.
pretty random. Georgia football has been just a huge part of my life. Just my grandparents were season ticket holders in the '80s. Like you have those flashes of like childhood memories that you don't even know if they were real memories. But a lot of them they circle around Georgia football. Going to games with them. I remember like being 3 years old and my
Between the hedges.
between the hedges.
Mm.
My grandfather giving me my first sip of Coors Light
There
at
you go.
3 years old in
Yeah,
the Georgia
attaboy.
parking lot.
That's right.
It's just to me, it's probably my deepest fandom. I am a ride or die Georgia fan. I've gotten better as I've gotten older. Like in college, right after college, like before I had kids, Georgia lost. I was done for a week. I mean, I've
You're really gonna like Babishkin in our fantasy football league.
Okay,
You're
I'm
gonna
excited.
really. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He wears it, dude.
so spreadsheets.
Yeah, spreadsheets.
I
I need to know more about
Yeah.
this.
You know what they say: accounting in the streets, freaks in the sheets.
Freak and the sheets, baby. So, yeah, I like building a system. I like seeing like, okay, we have a problem. Let's create a spreadsheet, create a system around fixing that problem, and then tracking it to completion. College, I did not know how to make a spreadsheet. Didn't know anything about Excel. I remember doing projects and like finding the one kid in the class that did know how to do them, and just riding his coattails. But now I enjoy a good spreadsheet. It's almost bad when someone sends me a spreadsheet and I just want to analyze it.
Yeah, you're
I was
like,
like,
"Ah,
this is trash.
I hate this. Yeah.
And then like I send it back to him like reformatted. It's bad.
Hey, I know you didn't ask for this, but I improved your spreadsheet.
Yeah, there you go. I've made it better.
So yeah, spreadsheets.
Okay, so spreadsheets, Georgia football. The fact that it's Georgia football, I wonder if that's going to narrow, like make it more difficult for anybody. Shamato, I know you're a big Georgia fan, so
I am certainly a big Georgia fan.
is this a pretty simple vote for you?
Yeah. It's a pretty easy one, also considering the fact that a spreadsheet would involve me having to deal with technology.
That's very
That's a good point with him. That's a good point.
So I'm a huge Georgia fan. I have been for a very long time.
You are a big Georgia fan.
I am a big Georgia fan. I'm not as in your face about any of my fandoms as some other people are, as I have seen, but I am all the way. When I have a fandom, it is what I do. Like I'm a one team man for everything.
So
Do
Shamato,
you bark at people?
yeah. No, he's not a barker.
He's not a
I'm
barker.
not a barker.
He's not a barker.
Oh yeah,
no.
me neither.
Yeah.
I'm honestly like I'm a relatively calm
You're
person
subdued
when
when it
watching
comes to
I'm watching any sport. Like
That's true.
I've actually developed something I do with my hands that is actually like my celebration more than anything else.
I can't wait.
Like,
to see
honestly.
that.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
All right,
it's just double middle fingers.
well. Nice.
Shamato, you're going for the dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna make this hard for you, T-Roll.
let's
I'm going spreadsheets, guys. I absolutely despise
Great.
college sports in general. If we had a bracket of my least favorite things in this world, college football is the number one seed, easily.
Least favorite
Least
thing.
favorite thing in this world. I would take. Let's see.
All right, hold on. Let's test this.
Okay.
College sports
Mhm.
or Atlanta traffic.
Atlanta traffic. Yeah. I'd rather take a cheese
wait, wait,
grater.
hold on,
Listen,
hold on.
I'd rather take a cheese grater to the Family
Hold on,
Jewels
hold
than
on,
watch
hold on.
college football.
Hold on. College sports,
Yep.
college football.
Yep.
Because it's specifically college football.
Yeah.
College football or Taco Bell leaving sour cream on the burrito.
Oh.
Warm.
I mean, I'm gonna take the sour cream all day over the college
Wow.
football. Yeah.
College football or forgetting to take your trash can to the end of the driveway.
That's, honestly, as an adult, that's the biggest loss you can take in your adult life for sure.
Yeah,
And I'll take that over college football.
Oh my gosh, this is
College
obnoxious,
football.
dude.
Yeah, I hate college football, dude.
This guy. So he's going spreadsheets.
It's the worst. So Jordan's week was ruined over a 19-year-old missing a field goal. That's what it was. But anyway, moving on. T-Roll, where are you voting on this one?
Oh my gosh, you are making it difficult. I mean, it's not really that difficult. I'm not a big spreadsheet guy. I partially feel like I should vote for spreadsheets just because of Wilkie and honor him. But I'm going to go Georgia football because it's going to make the next one interesting when they face off against the NFL. Justin's going to love talking about that. So I'm going to go Georgia football. Although, Wilkie, if you're listening, you're probably not. But if you are, I almost voted spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets for you, brother. Spreadsheets all day, every day.
All right, we're going to keep moving here. We're in the last, you can call it the Elite Eight if you want to, but the second round. So we're going to take it back to the start. And we're going to go a little faster here because we've already had quite a bit of description. The 1 seed UFC made it through earlier against the 9 seed Star Wars. Ooh, what a very interesting matchup.
It is. You know what? If you were having a Jedi face off against a mixed martial artist, I think the Jedi takes that easily, dude. You gotta get close to him. Force push all day.
Yep.
Force push, force choke. Done. That's how I would do it. I'm taking Star Wars.
Well, there is debate about like where the Force choke falls on the scale of a Jedi.
A real Jedi who is truly balanced can use the Force choke. I'm saying.
All right.
Truly balanced. Light side and dark side.
Wow.
So is he like choking him with one hand and like patting him with the other, being like, "It's okay,
okay,
it's okay.
This will be over in a minute. Don't worry."
Shh, shh. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so you're going Star Wars. Shimano, do you know where you're going here?
I mean, I have once again this all falls back on my life and not having cable growing up. Like there was no avenue, especially early on, for me to get into UFC. You know.
So,
like it was all behind paywalls and things of that nature.
Right.
During my early life, and it's become more
Spike TV, bro. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Spike TV. That's totally on regular TV.
Yeah.
Packages. I can get that up my rabbit ears.
Yeah. You got that right. Channel
Yeah.
48. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. But I got to go with Star Wars. Like I said, like the UFC just never really pulled me in. You know, I was more on the boxing side when I was younger. If I were to pick a blood sport of some sort, but you know,
have any of y'all ever been to a UFC event?
I have not.
Have not. Would go.
I'd love
I would
to.
go.
It would be an interesting experience. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a few in Atlanta. They can go very boring very quick. I will be honest. One time I bought tickets to flip for a Conor McGregor fight. I bought them in Vegas to flip them, make profit on it. Could not sell them.
Whoa.
So my wife and I had
Really?
to take a weekend trip
To Vegas.
to Vegas to see a fight. It was probably the best weekend of my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey.
It was awesome.
cool, though.
It
Wow.
was awesome.
That's awesome to hear.
Well, UFC is eliminated regardless of my vote. I probably would have voted Star Wars. I mean, I guess I might like the UFC more than anyone here, or of you two. Not Jordan, but I used to watch it a lot. I mean, BJ Penn was my guy.
Oh,
back in
yeah.
the day, you know.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, you sure do. Chuck Liddell. I mean, there was some back.
I know who Liddell is.
Yeah. Those were that was like
Expendable star.
there was a time where like
Yeah.
where Anderson Silva didn't lose a fight for like 9 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's incredible.
It was wild. So, anyways, Star Wars moves on. So next up, the 5 seed audiobooks versus the 4 seed Camping with the Boys.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Dang, dude. Here's my thing. If Red Rising never
Can't vote for
existed,
either of
then
these.
I would. If Red Rising never existed, I would go against audiobooks. But I'm voting for audiobooks because of Red Rising. So
Like the biggest thing for me here, like in the idea is like the fight inside of me between being extroverted versus introverted activities. Honestly, like when you really think about it, because it's like the idea, it's such a like close atmosphere that you're dealing with if you're going camping with the guys. Because once again, you don't have those distractions. Like it's not like you're at. You know, it's not like you're watching the game while you're doing this, so it's kind of like you're only half paying attention. Like you really got to be somewhat engaged in what's going on.
yeah.
You know, you can't just kind of. I mean, even when you're being silent in that circle, you're still there. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, Shwado, the problem is you're going camping with the guys. You're not going camping with the boys.
Boys.
There's a difference.
Boys,
There's a
bro.
huge difference.
boys.
Boys.
Yeah.
Boys.
But anyway, what's your vote?
Let's see.
So silly.
I think I'm gonna go audiobooks.
Hey, yo.
It's just opened up this whole new avenue of like learning for me, which is a huge part of my
Yeah.
like just for me like learning is one of the greatest things you can possibly do.
Mhm.
So you both went audiobooks.
We did.
It's crazy. I would have gone camping. But anyways, audiobooks.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah.
I might get y'all camping.
I don't think
I
so.
don't do summer camping though.
Hey,
I don't do summer camping.
Royal Geek Podcast.
No, shut up, Justin. Can I tell you something? We did a summer activities bracket or something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. And these guys had camping on
Nope.
the list. Like, what idiots
Okay.
camp in summer?
I had nothing on this. I had no part of this list.
This was a generated list. Just let you know.
Bro.
The issue though with not camping in summer, like it has to be spring because you can't do anything on a fall Saturday other than watch college football.
That's true. That's right.
So
Amen.
I am
Justin?
torn.
No, not at all. Not at
More
all.
on that later.
Yeah.
Next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 3 seed versus just Jordan's favorite movies.
Ooh, so very specific Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus a wide variety of favorite movies. Man, that's tough because I love me some movies, man. This is the first week I haven't gone to the movie theater in 8 weeks. I went 8 weeks in a row, and this is the first week I've missed.
Some people would call that an addiction.
Something like that. Yeah, I love the movies, and there's just something different about it. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is absolutely incredible. I love the fact that the kung fu is involved because I love fighting. But turtles in general, like the concept should not work.
Yep.
You put this in paper and you slide it in front of somebody and you're like, they're turtles, but they fight, and you're like, that's so dumb. That's so lame. But it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I'm gonna have to go with movies though. I'm going with movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess for if it's the movies you said earlier, admittedly,
You haven't seen any of those.
some of them I
movies.
haven't heard of. So I guess I'll go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All right,
Shamato.
making it interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's
Ooh,
got a ticket stub, baby.
In my pocket,
he slid
left
a
over from
ticket
going to the
stub.
movies last night.
Last night.
Watching a very violent, gory
Back-to-back-
movie. I
back-to-back
love it.
shorts. What
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
In 40X.
40.
Oh,
Oh,
that's awesome.
nice. It means you paid the $650 upcharge, right?
My man is balling.
So
Yeah.
I guess you're going favorite
Did
movies.
you say back-to-back shorts?
yeah. Same shorts, back-to-back nights.
Ah,
Amen, bro. Hey, sometimes
you got it.
If it wasn't a
man. You
long
got
day.
it.
You
I
know?
love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. love
But yeah, I mean, I think I go with movies.
Okay.
Like it's just one of those things where although Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is very cool, it is a very like narrow like subject for this, whereas the entire world of movies is
yeah. Vast.
vast
y'all
and
see-
all encompassing.
Last Ronin.
With the last Ronin, they greenlit that. That's going forward.
Well, it's not. It hasn't been made yet.
Sure.
Maybe that'll change my mind.
The original TMNT, like live action, it's coming back to theaters. next
Yeah,
month.
35th
This month, I
anniversary.
think,
yeah, it's this next week actually. I
Okay.
think. Yeah, it's exciting.
Well, the last matchup of this second round, and this will be really fun. We're going to let Justin get on his soapbox first. We have the 7 seed, the NFL/fantasy football, and the 2 seed, Georgia football, as in the University of Georgia college football. Justin, this is your moment.
This is not my moment because everybody in college aspires to be in NFL. Hate to break it to you. Yeah, that's the way it is. And so the NFL is king, queen, whatever. I take NFL all day long. It's like when you're in college, you're still a child basically, and you aspire to be something greater than what you are. You're playing for this college football team and hopes of being in the NFL. That's what it is. At the end of the day, NFL is where it's at. Period.
Okay. You feel better getting that off your chest?
No, because there's a lot more I want to say that's belittling
That
college
isn't.
football.
That isn't.
That isn't like,
Appropriate for
yeah,
friendly.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have a very appropriate podcast for all ages.
Get some of those expletive
I would
Gs.
love for you to bleep me out right now because I would love to just chew
also,
the college football part.
We also have a very geographic presence, and where we are, where we reach.
We're in the heart of college football.
Yes.
Is where we're at.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
many people who listen to this podcast who love college football, Justin. So it'd be
Yeah,
great
and I hate every
for
single
us.
one of them. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
It'd be great for us and our numbers and on just the podcast in general to speak very highly of
Yes.
Georgia football, right? Or just college football in general. Maybe not Georgia specifically, but all right. I'm actually gonna keep it. Well, you're going NFL.
Yeah, no duh.
Shimano, Georgia football or the NFL/fantasy football?
This is a really hard one because, like, honestly, like my top 3 fandoms, 2 of them are, or when it comes to sports, at least, 2 of them are the New York Giants and the Georgia Bulldogs. Those are 2 out of my top 3. And if I mention my third, you will also find out what Justin
thinks about
hates even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe even more than
that would have
football.
been a good question to ask.
Yeah,
me.
right. Yeah.
There you go.
Baseball or college football, Justin?
I'd choose
Baseball or college football?
Seppuku right now.
No, no.
Right now.
So, Shimano.
It's really hard for me to make this choice. There is something extra about the advance of the fantasy football as well, and I did get the glory of winning my first ever fantasy football championship last year.
Was it in a league that mattered? No. Shut up. Move on.
I mean, it mattered to
It mattered
me,
to him.
It
Yeah.
matters to me.
So real to me.
which is all that really matters.
There's only one league that should matter to you, Shamato.
All right. Do you
If that was the only league that mattered to me, then I would have a very sad existence.
Bro, you have a
Although I do
you
have a very
literally
sad existence.
you literally
you do have a
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was not gonna say that. I was gonna say you literally have a whole entire line named after you. Literally, the Shamato line exists for a reason. Okay.
I do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
because of mediocrity.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally going 7-7 every single year.
Yes.
But, anyway.
I'm gonna go with the NFL / fantasy football.
I can rest
I'm
easy.
glad I put you on the hook there because I was going fantasy football in the NFL anyways, but I just wanted to put the pressure on you to like make a decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the fantasy side of it is what makes it special, and it's like very timely. So maybe if we did this bracket 7 months from now, I wouldn't feel this way. But nonetheless, we move on to the final 4. First up, we have Star Wars versus audiobooks.
Ooh.
What are we thinking here, boys? Star Wars and
Ooh.
audiobooks.
I mean, as much as I love a variety of audiobooks, and to our listeners out there, we almost did an audiobook podcast, but I
did.
failed
Yes, you
miserably
did.
on scheduling
Did.
and was out of town and therefore crushed
Way to go.
everything. But in the future, there is definitely a possibility of a audiobook kingdom book review for
Yeah.
the Royal Geek podcast. So keep that ready and hit play on those. But Star Wars is Star Wars. We have reviewed many Star Wars property on this podcast, numerous properties, and so it's got to be Star Wars for me.
Yeah. I like audiobooks. I like listening to things more than I like reading.
Amen.
But I can't say that I mean, you would think like, oh yeah, audiobooks they're made for people like me who have very short attention spans, who can't read like for long extended periods of time. Yet I still find myself not being able to listen for long extended periods of time. So I'm going to go Star Wars. Keep it simple here. Shimano, was it going to be a clean sweep?
Yeah, it's gonna be a clean sweep.
There you go.
Like I do love audiobooks, and like I said, it has opened up a new realm of like consuming of content. But like Star Wars is Star Wars.
Yeah.
A good merging of these two is the Thrawn series.
Yeah.
Thrawn Ascendancy, I listened to that last month. A whole different level, for me. It was pretty cool.
Now,
Nice.
Jordan, did you expect the 9 seed Star Wars to make it to the final? That's my first question.
With you three, yes.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I did. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's know your audience. That's good.
Yep.
Okay, the other Final Four matchup, the 6 versus the 7 seed. Favorite movies, Jordan's favorite movies versus, once again, the NFL and fantasy football.
Mm.
Ooh.
Wow. Dang, dude. What about you, Shamato? Where are you going here?
Let's see. So I will say, like, one thing I will say about football and fantasy football is it does have a limited time run in the year. So, like, there is this idea of, like, you can only kind of consume the content in its most pure format for a part of the year. Like, you could watch old games, you could watch camp footage, you could watch, random reports of that, whereas movies you can literally watch anytime you want. Like, whether it's just whether you're taking it from the idea of just going to the movies, or if you're taking it from the fact of like you're putting it on Netflix, rewatching this or that. Movies have an inherent rewatchability generally in comparison to most sports. when it comes down to things. Yes, you can rewatch games and things like that, but for the most part, 99.9% of the games that you ever watch, you're gonna watch once, and then you're never gonna watch it again. Like it's just like you're just gonna remember, and it'll be all good. And I will say, for most of us, generally when you're watching a movie, the good guy wins. And in football, as at least one of the people on this pod knows for sure, not always the good guy that you root for wins. So,
True. This is
So-
very true.
Justin?
That's 100% true.
so
yeah.
I'm gonna go movies.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, Justin, I'm going to make this difficult for you because this is also be challenging for you. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going football.
Yeah.
Fantasy football, all of it. Movies are cool. I
Yeah.
enjoy football way more. So excited for the season to start.
Yeah.
Let's hear it from you, buddy.
Yeah. If you were to ask me my top fandoms, top things, movies and football are probably the 1 and 2 seed
Mhm,
easily.
mhm. But who's the 1 seed?
Okay, so let's break that down for a little bit here. I absolutely love football. Like when you're talking about if you're talking about movies and football, the highs are the highest in football, and the
Yeah.
lows are the absolute lowest in football. Like it is the absolute stranglehold on my life when it comes to how I'm feeling.
I would like to throw something out here, just like as a little bit of an insight into you, is you actually have experience in football in real life, whereas you don't have any experience in making movies or anything
This
like
is-
that.
I-
Just want to throw that.
No,
This
that's
is just like throwing that out there so people have a little bit of reference to like there is a little bit of a spice that throws in there.
That's actually a fantastic point because yes, I did. I played in high school, and if it wasn't for my spine injury, then I don't know who knows what.
Yeah,
could
you'd be in
happen.
the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have been in the NFL.
Maybe
no way.
maybe
You
you
have the
wouldn't have
measurable.
hated
Maybe I would have hated college football.
college football. Yeah,
Maybe I would have been
Yeah,
in college
you
football.
maybe you
I
would
don't
have
know.
loved it.
maybe that's
Who
the real
knows?
reason why he hates college football is because
was
they
taken
get
away
to
from
Taken
you.
away
experience
from him.
something that he
Oh
never
my
got.
gosh.
You've
This is,
cracked
an
the code.
this is an illuminating podcast.
Yeah,
tonight.
no, I love the absolute like being coached and going through the drills and all that kind of stuff. Like I absolutely, that was fantastic. I loved it. But man, the way that football makes me feel, I hate the mood swings that it goes through. Whereas if I put on a good movie, those are consistent with my feelings. Like if I want to watch a good, if I feel good about myself, I put on a happy go lucky movie. If I want to I'm in a pissed off mood and I want to be angry, I can put on an angry movie. Like there's
Yeah.
movies out there that can go with be tailored to my
It
mood.
is true because like you put on a game and like it's almost like a roulette in a way.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like if you were watching a movie and someone was like, I'm putting on a movie, but there's a decent chance this is like a body horror movie,
Mm,
or it could be a fun animated movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just
Good point.
don't know.
You
It
don't
could
know,
be
yeah.
anything.
Good
Yeah,
point.
but for me, the number 1 seed in my life would definitely be movies, and I'm gonna go ahead and vote movies on that one.
Wow.
I mean, considering you have an entire book of
I literally have every
receipts.
single ticket stub of movies I've seen since 2003, so that's well over 20 years. so.
Absolutely. I'm not surprised. I think
Mhm.
but I do.
Anybody who knows me shouldn't be
no,
surprised.
but I could also be like, wouldn't have been surprised if he said football.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's true.
how
I
close
mean,
they really are.
I could have done football too, but I mean, I'm a fan of the Falcons West, so
Yeah.
it's
AKA
tough.
the
It's tough.
Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough.
Falcons West.
I mean, they keep on changing where they actually play.
True.
So, like,
Yeah.
I mean, calling Falcons West is just easier.
Yeah.
Most accurate. Yeah.
Okay, so the grand finale, the final, movies versus Star Wars.
How fitting for the Royal Geek podcast.
Yeah, right.
To find a way. We review movies and Star Wars.
Yep.
So
Tune in.
Do we want to vote for broad movies or
A tie?
Star Wars specifically?
Ooh, man. Jordan, you knew this
You
was
think
coming.
it,
You
right?
had to know this was coming.
I did. I didn't expect hats or spreadsheets
Yeah.
to make it this far.
Spreadsheets, yeah.
Pedicures, I knew that was gone early.
This is just to get to know you a little more. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. And knowing y'all, I was not expecting the outdoorsy stuff to make it deep.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to say?
I figure. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely
knows.
putting y'all in a box
He knows.
here.
Come on.
I know,
Hey,
yeah.
man.
But these, I knew these two would be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really is like like T-Roll was saying, is like there's the broadness of movies, and then there's Star Wars, which is I mean, technically, it started with movies.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much grander fandom now with quality shows out there. So you've got that side of thing that I think is, other than the Acolyte, I would say the shows have been better than
Oh,
most
dude.
recent.
Name.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely
Cardinal
voting.
rule.
I was trying to get through this
Cardinal
whole
rule,
podcast
dude. Come on,
without saying
man.
it. You wait till the finale, the final.
You clearly weren't a
Maybe.
listener of the Royal Geek podcast because that is a word we do not use on this podcast.
Maybe this is me trying to bend you to the one I want to win.
I think
Using
so.
the Jedi mind trick.
But I would say other than that, one show that we don't talk about, their shows have been better than their last few movies they put out.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's how I can differentiate
Okay.
between
All right.
movies and Star Wars, and
Nice.
for this purpose.
What's your vote, Shamato?
I mean, it once again, it's a hard setup because it's like Star Wars has this narrow fandom, so you kind of have this like this idea about quality, and then there is kind of the idea of quality for movies. Like you've seen movies and you're like, this is life changing, this is phenomenal, and then you see movies where you're like, I need to, I wish right now someone would give me a concussion so I could forget this. There are definitely moments in life where like you've seen movies and you're just like, these are just, it was awful. It is hard because like in general, I would say just watching a random movie is just, it's fun. You feel like you're collecting in a way, which is large part of my mind is like as you are watching, you are collecting, you are absorbing information, you are being understanding your world better, and Star Wars, although it is a very it is a very narrow set. So in my mind, I think I gotta go with the more generalized version of this. So I get a little more variety. And I love a good comedy, and that's not something you necessarily get in the Star Wars universe. So I think I'll go with movies.
Nice.
Okay.
What about you, Tyrell? You gonna sweep it here, or
Yeah, I think I'm sweeping it because I don't even like Star Wars that much. So
Yeah.
Nice. Way to go.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, movies.
Yeah, it's movies for me too.
Yeah.
So that's an easy W right there.
I think the last matchup should have been when you have what should have been the final.
Yeah,
right?
yep.
I think
That-
football.
Yep, I agree.
Sometimes you get it where the semifinal really is the final,
Right.
and I think
That
that's
was
what,
it.
I think that's what we had with movies. But hey, movies, the grand champion of Jordan's bracket. Jordan,
Yeah, there
well
you go.
done.
Thank
Welcome.
y'all.
Great.
Welcome.
Great
Thank you for
bracket.
exploring, different sides of my personality in this that not all fit into, the royal geekdom here. But yeah, it was definitely fun.
I feel like we know you much better now,
Yeah.
and our listeners
And our
should as
fans,
well.
yeah, they should now too. So
Absolutely. Okay, well, boys, I think we're done here. This has been fun. Big shout out to everybody who tuned in. Hope you enjoyed our bracket discussing all of Jordan's favorite geek out things that he enjoys, spending his time doing. From fly fishing and spreadsheets to movies and fantasy football. Welcome, Jordan Moseley, to the Royal Geek Podcast. With all that in mind, for my good friends Sandy, Shamato, and, of course, Jordan Moseley. This is T-Roll saying thank you so much for listening to the Royal Geek Podcast. We will see you next time, you peasants.